how to get your employees to be more result focused and then have ownership mentality. So there's something that I have been using for a while now, which is outcome to process. So get your employees to define what success is in their role. So I had a training and I had this conversation with the manager. So I asked each of them, I said, define success in your role. And what they were doing was that they were explaining the process of doing their job. And I said, no, that is not what success is in their role. So I'll give a typical example, like I explained to them. I said, for example, success in the role of, say, an inventory person. Let's look at three key success factors for a store officer or an inventory man. Number one, everything that comes into my store, I want to be able to give account of it with facts and figures. That's success in that role. Another success factor in an inventory person is that everything that leaves my store must be accounted for. That's two. Another outcome is that everything within my store must be arranged and classified to ensure easy identification and easy retrieval. So these are three different outcomes within the store area or within your inventory. Now, these outcomes will now begin to determine the processes and procedures to achieve them. So if as an employee, you are able to get me to understand what success is in my role or what the outcome of success should be, which is, for example, one of my outcomes that everything that comes into my store must be documented and accounted for with facts and figures. Then I now begin to ask myself, this is us assuming that you don't even have SOPs. This is how to get your employees to think like owners and even develop procedures for you. So I now begin to think as a store officer, what do I need to put in place to ensure that everything that comes into my store can be accounted for? And I say, okay, when anybody is bringing any item, I should have an idea of what is coming in. Purchase order or purchase invoice or whatever it is. In receiving the items, okay, I need to have where I can write everything down. I need to get them to sign that they gave me these items. Okay, I should also open the cartons to ensure that what they wrote as the quantity is actually what is inside the cartons. Or I should even open the bags to ensure that it is not drugs that is inside the bag, it is actually the items that we bought. So you can see that the outcome begins to define the processes and procedures. But what most employees don't understand is that they call success or outcome the processes, and when the processes are not even clear to them, the outcome is never achieved. So get your employees to understand and define what success is in their roles. If you ask them this question, they are not able to articulate it. Help them to articulate what success is in their roles. And when we define success in their role, it's not a long statement, are just simple points that need to be achieved. And then you now ask us, okay, for you to be able to achieve these things, what do we need to put in place? What do we need to do? You now find your employee, begin to come up with the processes and procedures to ensure that those outcomes are achieved. And in doing this, you consciously or unconsciously begin to develop ownership mindset in that staff, or the staff begins to develop ownership mindset to ensure that they're able to get success or achieve results in their roles. So follow that pattern, outcome to processes and procedures. Define the outcome, define what success is, and let that begin to build or develop the processes and procedures to ensure success in that job. I hope this helps. Have a lovely day.